In this video by DeckPlate, we will get information about the VA disability ratings for limitation of motion of individual digits, thumb, limitation of motion, index or long finger, limitation of motion, ring or little finger, limitation of motion. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purpose only. It's not intended for doctor-patient or lawyer-client relationship. If you're a veteran suffering from a limitation of motion in your fingers or thumb, understanding how the VA assigns disability ratings can help you ensure that your condition is properly evaluated. Limitation of motion in the digits can significantly affect your hand function, grip strength, and ability to perform everyday tasks. The VA uses diagnostic codes to assign disability ratings based on the degree of limitation in the movement of each digit. Thumb, limitation of motion, diagnostic code, 5228. With a gap of more than 2 inches 5.1 centimeters between the thumb pad and the fingers, with the thumb attempting to oppose the fingers. Major rating, 20%. Minor rating, 20%. With a gap of 1 to 2 inches 2.5 to 5.1 centimeters between the thumb pad and the fingers, with the thumb attempting to oppose the fingers. Major rating, 10%. Minor rating, 10%. With a gap of less than 1 inch 2.5 centimeters between the thumb pad and the fingers, with the thumb attempting to oppose the fingers. Major rating, 0%. Minor rating, 0%. A larger gap indicates more significant functional impairment of the thumb, which can affect grasping, pinching, and manipulating objects. Index or long finger, limitation of motion, diagnostic code, 5229. With a gap of 1 inch 2.5 centimeters or more between the fingertip and the proximal transverse crease of the palm, with the finger flexed to the extent possible, or with extension limited by more than 30 degrees. Major rating, 10%. Minor rating, 10%. With a gap of less than 1 inch 2.5 centimeters between the fingertip and the proximal transverse crease of the palm, with the finger flexed to the extent possible, and extension is limited by no more than 30 degrees. Major rating, 0%. Minor rating, 0%. Limitation of motion in the index or long finger is measured by how closely the fingertip can approach the crease of the palm during flexion and how much the finger can straighten. If the gap is significant or extension is limited by more than 30 degrees, the VA assigns a 10% disability rating for either hand. A gap of less than 1 inch or an extension limitation of no more than 30 degrees results in a 0% rating. Ring or little finger, limitation of motion, diagnostic code, 5230. Any limitation of motion. Major rating, 0%. Minor rating, 0%. Unlike the thumb, index, and long fingers, the ring and little fingers receive a 0% disability rating, regardless of the degree of limitation in motion. Although a limitation in the motion of these fingers can impact hand function, the VA does not assign a compensable rating for this condition on its own. By understanding the VA's rating criteria for these conditions, you can ensure that your disability claim is accurately assessed. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and like our videos.